SpikeGhetti Bros Podcast Network. I'm Mike, and with me as always is my brother Jason. Hello, Jason.
Yo. I've been wearing this shirt for a week.
Yeah, this is definitely a week later. It's not recorded on the same night where we just talked for an hour and 50 minutes about puddles and Spider-Man. We're going to start with actually kind of a flashback. Jason and I had a discussion a couple weeks ago about Pokemon, and as part of that discussion, he came up with this really good game idea that I like a lot, and I figured we'd save it for a later episode. And so let's say hello to past Mike and Jason. I don't know, maybe I'll do like a Wayne's World, like
Okay, so like this is like what my ideal like frame of reference for a Pokemon game could be that I think would just like work so well. All right, now hear me out. It's basically like Stardew Valley, right? But it's Pokemon, and you have like your farm and stuff. But as you get like Pokemon that like you have like a Poliwag, and that Poliwag can water your crops and stuff for you, right? Kind of in a similar vein as to like having like a base in like Pal World or something, right?
Yeah.
But then there's also like your typical like well, I can't remember what it's called. Was it just called the Wild in Sword and Shield? I can't remember. Like the like kind of open areas that they have.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I think it was called the Wild. Anyway, you can have like an area like that as well. You could even also have like basically just steal it from Stardew Valley, where you have like the mine and then like different levels of the mine, right? And you could make it like where you can get like the evolution stones and stuff in the mine, and also like materials in order to like upgrade your farm and stuff like that, right? And you could really capitalize on like the cozy feeling of Pokemon and like the really like nostalgic feeling of it through that, and then also not have to have it be some like infinite thing where like you could have it where like, okay, the mine can just like keep going, but like it doesn't have to be like, yo, you have like all like 1,200 fucking Pokemon in the game kind of thing, right? But then you could also have it where it's like, I think where Pokemon has really missed the mark is there's not like a ton of ways to play the game.
Yeah.
Where it really could lend itself to it. And then also you could have it where like you can still play the game in like that's one of the things that's really fun about Stardew Valley is like, if I don't want to give a fuck about farming and I just want to go into the mine and like try and get as far as I can in the mine over and over, and like all I care about is my means to end in getting farther in like this dungeon essentially, then I can do that.
Right.
Or if I want to like really focus on my like relationships with the townspeople, I can do that. Or if I really want to care about fishing, I can do that. And then just insert how Pokemon can help you to do all of these things. And then maybe also just like do like a normal like gym type of setup where there's like you know, a bunch of towns, but you don't have to have as much of the like, oh, you go to this place and then there's like Team Rocket.
Yeah,
there,
you get on a bus and you're
happens.
on the next town.
Like, yeah, like it doesn't have to be as much of that because you have the like world building and stuff from like the town that you're in. Well, and like it would make it feel pretty like grounded because you're having these Pokemon where like, okay, I have this Poliwag that's like helped me, and if I evolve this Poliwag into a Poliwhirl, it gets better at helping me or something like that, other than just like it's strong in battle and I just like spam surf or something, you know?
Jay, you don't even have to get rid of like the Team Rocket stuff, but you just have a path of the game that's like the adventure part, right? And you just pursue that as you wish, right? The same way you would for like the gym part, like the Pokemon League part, right? So you could have that be another like path to go down that you can ignore completely if you want, or you can go and do it, right? And you're right, that would be the ultimate Pokemon game, is like a Stardew like that.
And you could really curate it.
Right.
Like it doesn't the thing that sucks about the new ones in my opinion is it's this massive world, but it feels pretty empty.
Well,
or like
it's
it
a
feels
linear
too
line,
big.
right?
it feels too big to like, oh man, like I don't know if I missed some like TM or something because like it's like behind this rock or something, but like the map is so fucking big, like I would never know. Like,
right.
It's easy to miss kind of thing. And you can make it so much more curated and like better art style, and I think it would really pull on a lot of the like nostalgic strings of it being like, especially if it was literally like that, like kind of like not top down, but like how Stardew Valley and how old Pokemon was, where you're just like you just walk like side to side, like side scroller kind of thing, right?
Right.
Kind of like top down side scroller. I don't know how to really.
you wouldn't have the fucking Pokemon graphics freaks after you. What do you mean it doesn't? You know. So no, I'm invested. I'm all in. Sign me
rip
up.
Stuff from Stardew Valley, rip stuff from like Harvest Moon kind of games, like Harvestella, like all these type of things, and then just make it like obscenely Pokemon, you know, like like in the same way that like the show really does a good job of like, yo, maybe I didn't think that like what's the crab Pokemon? Not Krabby,
Kingler?
No, Crawdont or whatever. Crawdont.
Oh, that's not a crab, bro.
Oh yeah, it's like a crawfish.
Yeah. This guy.
Normally, I would be like, meh, I don't really care about that Pokemon. But in the show, he's dope. You could have situations like that where it's like, yeah, I couldn't remember that. Okay, it's been like fucking 15 years. Okay, cut me some slack. All right. I didn't play the Gen 4 remake. All right.
Who did? Too much water. 7 out of 10. Oh wait, that's Gen 3. Fuck.
Gen 3.
Fuck.
The Gen 4 remake was basically just like worse. Let's go. But for Gen 4.
Yeah.
Which is like, I'm sure there's people who like that, but like I have recently played through
Why can't I think of what Gen 4 is?
Regular Gen 4. Diamond and Pearl and Platinum.
Oh, yeah.
And then also Heart Gold Soul Silver is Gen 4 as well.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's like I had played through both of those recently, so I was like, it just doesn't, just like less character in the remake.
Right.
And less nostalgia. So yeah, I think if they really leaned into that, they'd be able to find a really good niche with it where you get the old fans happy because you have these like very, and like you could have where like your first partner Pokemon is like a Pikachu or something, you know, like, and the other thing that I thought would be really cool is if like in the mine, it kind of works kind of like mystery dungeon. That would be banging as well.
Like in what way?
Like where, because you know it's like
I
a
haven't played the
top-down
game,
kind of thing. Oh, you never played a mystery dungeon before?
No.
So mystery dungeon, you play as the Pokemon, and like you move around, and it's kind of like how in what is it called? Crypt of the Necrodancer.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like that, where like as you move, the enemies move once, kind of thing. Like, oh, one space, everything moves. One space, everything moves, kind of thing. And like you just have like HP and like certain moves, and like you basically, it's like a dungeon crawler as a Pokemon, and like you have like a set team. I think normally you can choose like 2 Pokemon to come with you or something. And yeah, I think that would just be super cool. Like super easy nostalgia points, and I think it would just be like a cool side mini game that isn't like your typical like just over level 1 Pokemon or something, you know?
My dream for that kind of game is to be able to start a Pokemon fighting ring, and you have to like avoid the fuzz shutting you down, you know?
Yeah.
Like basically I want, you know, because like you allow Pokemon fighting in that world, but this is like unsanctioned, you know. And so you can get in trouble for that. And so, but it's like lucrative. You know what I mean? People bet on the unsanctioned stuff for the thrill because it's unsanctioned. You know?
Yeah.
You know,
that type of thing would like unironically be cool because it's like similar to like how it is in the Pokemon, the Detective Pikachu movie kind of thing.
Yeah.
You could like lean into that like arc where there's like the underground.
Right. I want to be the Mike
you know?
Vick of Pokemon fighting. You know what I mean? Like, I want to run my own ring.
Yeah.
My Houndoom would fucking annihilate. You know?
Yeah, you can
dogs
like,
only.
The Slowpoke tail trading syndicate.
Yeah.
You could, like, take them down.
Yeah, let me do some illegal shit in the Pokemon world, you know?
Yeah. You can either take them down or you can run it yourself.
Right. Right. Let me
what will you choose?
Sell Pokemon to people illegally, you know?
You can run your game corner? Your own game corner?
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Why are you saying the perfect game?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you gotta have 1,200 tokens to get the Abra. Sorry, buddy. Oh, are you just gonna
snot-nosed kid crying?
Are you just gonna throw Pokeballs randomly and hope he doesn't teleport away? Good luck. Cough up the coins, buddy. Yeah, that's a Porygon. He's dog shit, but you gotta pay a lot of coins for him, okay?
Yeah, but he looks cool, so he's 20,000 coins.
And it's the only way you can get him because you can't catch him. Because he's fucking fake.
Yeah.
He's
AI. Made in a laboratory.
Exactly. He caused that one episode of the anime to get banned because he was giving kids seizures.
True.
All right. Can we just, to end this Pokemon discussion just for 1 second, can we talk about a minute in the anime when there's the arc where
he goes fucking dies? Oh, no.
Yes. He goes to battle Sabrina.
Oh, the other time he dies. I forgot.
He goes to battle Sabrina, and Pikachu gets his ass whooped by Haunter, by Kadabra. And they're like, you gotta go get a ghost Pokemon. So they go to the haunted house, and then they like fucking astral project.
Yeah, the Haunter the chandelier like falls on them.
Yeah.
And then the Haunter's just like fucking with them, and they're like floating around as ghosts and shit.
It's fucked up, man.
I have that episode on DVD somewhere.
Really?
It's like that like arc.
That arc?
Yeah.
Where he loses the weird ass creepy Sabrina and has to
play with me.
Right. That shit's fucking weird too. But
that shit is so dark.
What a weird fucking show that is, actually, if you sit down and watch it.
She turned her parents into dolls.
Right. It's some fucked up shit, dude.
It's actually insane.
Right. It's crazy. All right. Tell us.
Okay. So,
okay,
like,
Jason's got more Pokemon.
Other like small moments where it's like
we might have to cut this Pokemon talk into a 2-parter, all right?
In I think it's Diamond and Pearl, you can go and basically when you talk to him the first time you go there to this town, he talks about how he's always wanted to have, like, I don't remember what Pokemon it is, like a Pikachu or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can give him a Pikachu. And if you do, when you beat the Elite Four, if you come back, the old man has died. And he leaves you the Pikachu. But the Pikachu is like max happiness or something. Like, it lived like a really good life with this old man. And it's just like small storytelling like that you could do and have it be more easily accessible because you're like in this town and like you actually like care about these townspeople and like you can give them more voice
and
lines
seasons
and just
pass
like
and stuff and
and you can give them more like lines than just like the one or two things that the NPCs say, right? And it makes it feel more alive and like, oh, based on the seasons, certain Pokemon are more likely to spawn, you know? Like, oh, it's the winter, there's hella ice Pokemon.
Yeah.
Forehead, you know? Like, there's a certain layups that just make so much sense.
Would you have a romantic part of it? Not with the Pokemon. Not with the Pokemon.
I don't really care.
But that's a big part of Stardew Valley.
You could add it. You could add it. Yeah.
I mean, I think you'd probably want to, just because if it's a Stardew Valley, like that's a huge part of that game for people. I didn't ever do that part of it, but again, that's part of the beauty of Stardew Valley is you don't have to do all.
There's so many ways you can play.
Right.
Yeah.
What would you call this game?
I was like trying to think of like a clever like alliteration with like one of the like regions or something, like Hoenn Harvest or something like that, you know?
Okay. Johto Journey.
Yeah, like something like that, right?
Oh, you know what would be really cool? Jay?
It would be an easy 9 or 10 out of 10 game, dude.
You know what would be really cool is if you could pick the region your farm was in, and then like the cities you went to were like modeled after the cities in their game.
Oh yeah, there you go, dude. There you go.
Mm-hmm. And then like when you complete the gym circuit in that region, and then you can like fly to other regions.
Yeah. Well, and then like you can build up like different like farms or whatever, or maybe the different bases or like home bases, basically.
Well, right,
because different cities could be certain things.
Ideally, to catch Pokemon,
you could have their seasons be different, even though in real life, like they're like not that far away.
Right. Well, ideally,
I mean, some of them are actually far. Like Galar is supposed to be the UK.
Right. To catch all the Pokemon, you would want to have to travel to other lands still, right? Like that's That's part of how Pokemon works. Well, then you could also
do the like Animal Crossing-esque thing where it's like, oh, my island or whatever has like these certain resources or whatever.
Yeah.
Like this type of apricot, you know, kind of thing.
Or this type of Pokemon, right? Like it's like it's the dream of blue and red all over again.
Right.
No, dude,
Cinema
caught. Nintendo, you're caught as frauds today. Game Freak, you're freaks. Jason just solved the puzzle for you.
Well, it fixes all of the like graphical issues. It fixes this like insane like scope creep that like makes it so that like I guess like when you have such an insanely massive open world, you have to fill it with things. Otherwise, it just feels kind of dead, right? Like that's one of the things that I like the least about watching people flying around in Scarlet Violet or flying around, and it's just like a bunch of open area that like there's like pretty much nothing there. You only ever go there like when you check the map and it's like, oh, these Pokemon are spawning at this location at this very moment, you know? Like,
yeah,
that's really the only reason to.
Mm-hmm.
So you can just make it so much more curated, so much more like personality to it, add a lot more memorable moments, and then also make it so Pokemon have more uses than just like you pretty much only have the people who are like trying to make competitive Pokemon, shiny farmers, and then people who just like spam through the gyms, and then the Elite Four, and then they drop the game, right? Like those are like your like three main types of Pokemon players, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it would also make all of the other like typical things that you have, like a game corner or a like beauty contest, and like have those things would make so much more sense. It's like, oh, every year in April there's a beauty contest, or like every 3 months there's a beauty contest, and you can or whatever, like the Pokédome or whatever. You remember that from Heart Gold Soul Silver, where like there was a ton of different mini games, and based on like what your Pokemon's moves were, there was like ones that were like cool or clever or all those things, and it would help you with the certain mini games. Like some of them were like, oh, you're just like tapping like and trying to break as many bricks as you can, and based on that Pokemon's strength, it could break more. Or like there was the ones where like you had to like flick the Pokemon fast in order to make it run fast, and based on its speed, it would like it had like other like sub stats that weren't just like your like HP, attack, defense type of thing. Like it was its own other thing. You could have things like that where it's like every certain amount of months, and then, oh, this is the thing I can do today, where I can go to the Pokédome, or it's like Pokeath. I don't know, it had some dumbass name. But like you can have a bunch of things like that, and in the different regions, and would have you like have a reason to go check out like, oh, in what's the region that's like basically Hawaii? I forget.
Isn't it just Alola?
Yeah, Alola.
Alolan, that's what it is. Alolan.
Like, oh, in that region there's like I can't remember what the it was like the thing I was talking about earlier, where like previous gym leaders or whatever can be there, but like their Pokemon party is like juiced or whatever.
Right.
And just ton of events where it's like over time, like there's a reason to keep going. Like you see what the next event is, as well as whatever like thing you're trying to get better at, you know, whether it's like I'm trying to go deeper in the mine, or whether, you know, like whatever it is.
Farmer Jason, help, this path is blocked because the Snorlax fell asleep on it. You have a Pokeflute, right?
Right.
Yeah. Oh, there's something eating my crops. Can you help me investigate it?
Well, and you can literally just farm the like 15, 20 years of anime or whatever for like what the moments can be. And they're just so easy to set up.
Well, and
like,
to me, this is the kind of game that you could like start with a base game and continue to add on. Like not all the regions are there to start, and not, you know what I mean? And you could continue to make it a game. You could make it multiplayer in the same way that Stardew was made multiplayer later in life. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot. It's just, it's $1 million game idea, and we're not going to release this podcast because I don't want anybody to steal it.
No. I've just been forced to sign an NDA.
Yeah,
no.
Jason signed an NDA. A no dick affidavit.
Yeah,
that's what that stands for, right?
True.
All right. Any other Pokemon thoughts or ideas on this game you've created?
I'm sure I could easily come up with more, but it's just like, fuck, bro. Like, can we just not trend chase Breath of the Wild and like make our own thing, you know?
Yeah, I don't know that that's super fair. I don't think it's Breath of the Wild. I think it's just everybody's has tried to be open world for years now. And Breath of the Wild did it in a novel way, but it's not like you're fucking climbing mountains and shit in Legends Arceus. You know what I mean? Like it's not like you're like,
oh, in Legends Arceus, yeah, I don't know. You do a lot of that in Scarlet and Violet.
Oh, really? See, I really don't know anything about
like
that
you
game.
you use like the legendary Pokemon as like a bike kind of thing, but like it can like climb up the mountains and like all that type of stuff.
I guess you do a little bit of that in Arceus, but it's not. It feels more like Pokemon to me because it's like, oh, you're just using Surf or whatever. You know what I mean? Like you're just. So I don't know. That to me, like saying that's like Breath of the Wild is like when, what headline was it where it was like we're trying to make our game like Elden Ring player choice wise? Oh, it was the fucking Naughty Dog game, and there was this quote that said,
"Oh, Watch Dogs."
No,
or no, Naughty Dog,
the new one, not Interstellar. What's it called? Intergalactic.
Yeah.
And there was a quote saying they're inspired by Elden Ring's player choice. And it's like, Elden Ring is not the first game to allow you to go wherever you want to go at the start of the game. Like, that's not, like, calling that Elden Ring is crazy. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just,
I guess what I thought of when you said that is more like, you could just like kill the NPCs, and like sometimes that has like a different story.
I think they meant it from the standpoint of you start somewhere and you can just walk off in any direction, and that's how the game works. You know, and it's like
Skyrim,
right? That's what I'm saying. Like it's not. Yes,
like
it's a game that recently did it successfully.
Morrowind,
right? It just doesn't. I don't know. Fucking video game journalism. That's a whole nother topic.
When you name drop Elden Ring, dude, that gets you bonus points.
I try to do it every day of my life.
You could make the Pokemon game like Elden Ring and just make it so you fucking have to wander around for fucking 10 hours before you know where the next gym is.
Yeah. I'm in. Let's do it. All right, welcome back to the future. Except it's the past still, because
it's still the past. Back to the future in the past.
This is pre-recorded, so it's the past, but not as far back in the past. And Jason, I hear you have a Japanese word of the day for us.
Yo. Okay, wait. But before we get into the Japanese word of the day, I was a little bit caught. Okay, I was a little bit caught talking about shit that I didn't know. And I was told that in the newest Pokemon, they do actually do a little bit of the size difference.
Oh.
When they're walking around. The homie Damo DM'd me and was like, yo, you're a fucking dumbass.
Is he
Which
sure?
I'll say, he literally showed me screenshots. He sent full proof where they have like smallest versus smallest possible, largest possible, and then like alpha where they're like, they're like red and mad and shit.
Are you sure though that he wasn't just like thinking like Australia, like he was just walking around in Australia? That's how animals
maybe,
work, you know?
yeah.
Every time I talk to that guy, there's like
been.
birds out his window and dingoes and shit, you know?
Like a seagull's trying to fly in the window and take the fish out of his fish tank.
Right.
Yeah.
Like in a movie.
That just always happens.
So anyway, you fucked up.
Anyway, I fucked up, but you know what? I'll still have something that I'm mad about. I think it should be about 50% bigger. It's not big enough. The difference in sizes, not big enough. Okay.
You know, if I'm paying $450 for a Switch 2, they better make the Pokemon bigger. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Yeah. And smaller.
Depending on the size of it.
Yeah.
In the Pokedex.
Yeah. Just bigger difference. Bigger difference in size.
So stupid.
Anyway, on to
I want to know my Pokemon's dong size. Is my Bulbasaur packing or what?
Yeah, I need to
Just
know.
Drags on the ground behind him as he walks around.
I mean, this foot he's got tiny little feet. I feel like it probably should drag if you're that low to the ground.
It would drag behind him and then like it accidentally gets stepped on all the time. It's really unfortunate for him.
That's why they're endangered.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Bulbasaur.
If you were to step on that Bulbasaur's peen dragging on the ground, and your Pokedex said extra large when you scanned that Bulbasaur, but you accidentally stepped on it, and now it's like a regular size, you know? Like
this
like
this Bulbasaur happens to be circumcised. Thanks, Pokedex.
Yeah. It was accidental circumcision on your Bulbasaur. You might say the new Japanese word of the day, which is warine, which is slang for my bad. Yo, my bad. Warine.
My bad.
Warine.
Okay. All right. That's a good word of the day.
My bad, guys. My bad. Hey,
my bad.
My bad. I didn't play the shittier fucking Pokemon game, so I didn't know that fucking size changed. They stole that shit from Pixelmon. It's been in fucking Pixelmon for like fucking 8 years.
It's true.
My bad. Warine.
Wait, you should have done caught.
Nah. Dude, how could I know when I'm in the past, but then I went back into the future, but not actually to the present? I'm still back in time. How would I know?
It's true. How would you know, guys? Warine. All right, so we do have a question of the week topic. So it's time for the question of the week.
Oh, yeah.
I hope that's long enough because I literally have not been doing it long enough. Like every time I talk over it. So hopefully that was long enough. This question of the week comes from our good friend, the robo-accountant himself, Frank. Shout out to Frank. And Frank says,
The homie.
what genre/type of game is your guilty pleasure? Not guilty in the sense that it's not liked by the masses, but a genre you just keep wanting to come back to.
Oh, okay.
For example, I think my favorite genre is single-player action RPG. Skyrim, Fallout, etc. However,
Sorry, I didn't realize it was done.
Yeah, so he's not done.
I didn't realize there was a however.
It's a wordy one.
However, wordy ass question of the day.
My guilty pleasure is probably RTS games. Growing up on things like Command & Conquer and StarCraft, I have a soft spot and crave a really good RTS experience. What are yours, and what are some recommendations you have from that genre?
Okay. What I was gonna say is I feel like this is like that interview with John Cena when they were asking like favorite guilty pleasure movie, and then
he had like the crazy porn movie.
Yeah, Zac Efron was like saying like a Disney movie or some shit, and then he said a fucking crazy porn movie.
Like a crazy old porn movie.
At first I was like, are you telling me Skyrim and Fallout are your guilty pleasure right now? But then he said, however.
Yeah.
But then he said two more like pretty S-tier go-to games.
So
hey.
I think guilty pleasure is probably the wrong term here, but he just means like, while it's not his favorite genre, it's one he can't stop going back to.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. I mean, I'll give it an actual guilty pleasure. Okay. Y'all are gonna be like, you know what, Jay? That's an actual fucking guilty pleasure, and you actually keep going back to it. You're a sick fuck. All right. You're sick. Get help. Get therapy. And that's League of Legends. That's a real fucking guilty pleasure.
It is. It's
It's
true.
not fucking Command & Conquer fucking goated ass game. StarCraft S-tier fucking game. So you're telling me Call of Duty's a guilty pleasure. That's goated.
League of Legends is a good one for me too, because like I'll crave playing it. It's really weird. Even though I like have never
like it's a good game, it's just the fucking community is toxic as fuck.
and I don't know that I've ever really enjoyed it that much. But like when I look back on it, I'm like, oh yeah, League of Legends, that shit was fun as fuck. And I'm like, then I go back and I'm like, why am I playing this? So, but
it's so crazy because it is like a time capsule, even though the game is literally updated every 2 weeks, right? Like, I'll come back and there'll be so much shit where like, I don't know what this item does, I don't know what this item does, type shit, right? And like, I'll like to a certain degree understand stuff because I do like to watch like pro League of Legends a lot. Like I keep up with it on a weekly basis, but like I might not know like the like minute details. Like certain champions aren't played at all ever in Pro League, so like I'll come back and like I'll still know certain things about the game where it's like I'm in a losing matchup. Like they counterpicked me, right? I'm a top laner. For the people who know, I'm a top laner, and you get counterpicked really hard. Like in other lanes, you get counterpicked. Okay, and I like maybe I give up a kill, maybe like I go down like 20 CS or something like that. In top lane, you get counterpicked. It's like I haven't touched the wave in 5 minutes. It's like it's doomed, right? And like I'll play and I'll be in a situation where I know that's supposed to happen to me, and then I'll find a way to make it work, right? And then my teammate who counterpicked the other person is fucking losing too, bro. Like I'm winning when I should be losing. They're losing when they should be winning. And then they're flaming me. And it's like, bro, it's such a time capsule. Like it's the same players too. Like you can see their account is like fucking 10 years old and they still make the same fucking excuses. You're just like, holy shit, bro. Like it's so crazy.
Yeah.
It is so crazy.
Yeah.
But hey, popping off feels good as hell though. It's pure dopamine.
I don't know that I ever feel that. I think I just suck. So I just like I want to feel it, but it's not there. I have kind of a couple answers to this. I will find myself, you see ads for those fucking games where people like they're playing the game in the ad and they're fucking terrible and they make the wrong decision every time. I will find myself downloading some of those games to do it right.
Okay.
And then like a week later, I'm still playing this game frequently, and I just have this realization of what the fuck am I doing? It's like I go on like a bender, like
you woke up from your bender and you're like, this sucks actually.
Right. Actually, what am I doing with my time? I had it recently with this, like, I got fooled because a lot of times those ads aren't even the games that you're downloading, right?
It's so fucking weird, dude.
Like, if it's ever an ad for Ebony, you are not downloading the game that you were shown in the ad. You just aren't.
I've actually played an obscene amount of Ebony.
Right. And I know that. I know that that's not what I'm downloading, so I don't download those. But, like, I had this one where it was, like, it was called Wooden Blocks, maybe. And the ad looked like a Tetris clone, right? But
do you have to, like, pull them out or something?
Well, no, it was like a Tetris clone, and then like the shapes, the tetragnomes. What are they? Tetragenomes? I don't know. They have a word for Tetris blocks that exists, but they were like different shapes. And then if you ended up with a hanger, it would fall down and then continue to break lines. So it was like just a tiny twist on Tetris, right? So I downloaded the game, and it was not that at all. It was like, you put the blocks into like a 12 by 12 grid and to like break gems. So you'd be given 3 blocks of different shapes, and you'd have to fit them in because there's already blocks on the board. And then if you didn't have enough room to fit it in, you failed before getting the amount of gems. But I still played the fuck out of it. I played it for like a week, and it got to the point where after every level, it was showing me an ad, and I was still playing this game.
Like they put you in the fucking lukewarm water, and then they slowly turned up the heat on your ass. That's crazy.
Well,
bro.
and the ads would always be like those fucking farming games where you walk over the fucking corn to pick up the corn.
It picks it up.
And then you give the corn to the chickens, and then the chickens lay a bunch of eggs, and then you pick up the eggs and you go to the counter and you sell the eggs to people. And then you get money, and then you use the money to buy a worker, so you don't have to. So you start automating, and then you get enough money to, and they let you play it in the ad, right?
Right.
And then I realized, I've been playing this farming game for like 2 minutes, and the ad is, I could have skipped the ad a long time ago. I did not download the farm game.
That's actually a guilty pleasure for me to watch other people play it, like to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Like there's this channel I watch called Dangerously Funny, and the guy just has a very like chill monotone voice, and he just plays bad games a lot all the time. And because he makes so much money on the videos, like at a certain point he'll just like wail on the game and like, because like all these fucking ones are fucking pay to win, right?
Right.
And then like he'll just like break the game or whatever, right? But it's just like a chill thing to like just turn my brain off. There's one I seen where you're selling just blank paper, and like so like the paper's like coming out of the printer, but then you need to like give it to people, and then they like file the blank papers and then you can sell it, and like it's like the stupidest thing. And like you have to walk over the paper, and then it stacks up on your back, and then you walk over, and it was like a full like fledged game where like, and it kind of seemed like it was like one of those like infinite ones too, like it's like, okay, now you're on like the next building that's like connected to yours, but like for whatever reason those exact same papers are now worth like 10x or something. So it's effectively the exact same game, but just because the number is bigger, it like tricks you to think that it's a different game kind of thing. Like the values are just different. But that's like my guilty pleasure as far as like watching people play those exact types.
Yeah. My other answer is Honey Pop. because I've played both Honey Pop games, and the puzzle solving is actually really good. And I know like people are gonna be like, yeah, sure. And I know my only ally in defending this is Tyler, which doesn't make it any better. And yes, okay, so I don't know if you understand completely what the game is, but it's like a dating sim mixed with a puzzle game, right? And so like you give different girls gifts to like increase their, but it doesn't just increase like how much they like you, it increases how effective the different shapes you match are when you go on a date with them, which is when you match shapes, right?
Like blue gems are better now.
Right. And like certain characters, certain women have affinity to certain colors, right? So it's more effective to break like red ones with the hot mom than it is with like the Latina stewardess. Okay.
Okay.
And so it's actually
Mike
like really
acting like he doesn't know their names, like.
It's been a while since I played it. The hot mom. The hot mom is in both games. I can't remember her name. Actually, they're both in both games. No, yeah. The names aren't there. I apologize.
Not so pleasure of a guilty pleasure.
I haven't played it in a while. All right, I might boot it up after this podcast. To be honest with you,
dude.
But then
where just play Puzzle Quest.
But Puzzle Quest doesn't have big knockers in it,
I don't know. Like, some of them elves, some of them orcs.
But I don't get to have sex with the orcs or elves, because then if you do well enough on the date, you get to do like a like fast puzzle, where it's like you're just trying to match. Like basically you're building
fast puzzle.
So like it's the same puzzle, but you're like you're matching as fast as you can because you're building like their orgasm meter.
Oh, okay.
And they're like moaning as you're doing it, and then like they're naked, and then if you win the date, it reveals like a like pornographic art of them.
Nice. You get hentai if you win.
Yeah, basically you get
Cinema.
hentai. Yeah, and like I don't know, it's fun, man. Okay, like
hey, Mike, he's the John Cena in this situation where the guilty pleasure was actual.
It's an actually guilty pleasure. It's an actual guilty pleasure. But I have a third answer, which is insane. But clicker games. Because
dude, what's really funny is I was gonna say a similar kind of thing where it's like idle/clicker games.
Yeah. Yep. Because like I feel like I'm wasting my time, so I feel guilty when I play them. But when I get into one, I can't stop playing it. I've been playing this one called Micro Civilization. Have you heard of it?
I think so. Yeah. So
like basically, you click to make food and to like have whatever resource you're building with, and you're supposed to click with each mouse button, but you can also just hold A and S. But then you have a heat meter where like you can only click for so long, otherwise problems start happening in your civilization.
Like a percentage chance or something.
Right. And then you're like researching buildings and building more buildings and growing your population. And then it's also like a roguelite because basically you can only go through the first era when you first start, and then you ascend, and depending on how well you did, you get points to put into a skill tree. And
so like incremental games,
right. And so that carries over, and then you unlock the next era, and then you can go longer before resetting, and then you unlock the next era, and then I get a bonus to food this run because I unlocked this, so that's one I've been playing lately, and I feel lazy and guilty when I play those games because I'm like, I'm not even getting anything out of it.
I'm kind of like ADD about them when I play them because like, if I am playing one of those, I'm playing multiple of them at the same fucking time. Right?
Could do it.
So like, for example, my current duo right now is in the top left of my screen. I have this one called, what is it called? Farmers Against Potatoes Idle, right? and there's just a limitless horde of potatoes running at you, and you're just hacking them down, right? And like if you click, it like turns up the amount. Like there's like a multiplier bar that goes up, and then if you don't click for a long time, it like slowly goes down. And like the multiplier like makes you attack faster, right? But you can just totally idle it too. And yeah, you just like kill potatoes until they kill you, and then like after like 10 seconds it will like reset, or if you just like click it will do it. And you just like there's like 5 different layers of like there's like reincarnation and ascending and all this shit, right? And it's just like, you know, I click a couple buttons, then okay, my other one that I have in the bottom right corner is Chill Aquarium. Which Chill Aquarium, you know, you basically just like open a pack of Pokemon cards. They get born as like babies, and like there's like commons, rares, epics, legendaries, mythics, but then there's like painted of all of them and golden of all of them. And based on what they are, they give you income per second, or you can sell them. And like certain ones, it's like, okay, it takes like a whole day to get its value, or I could just sell it right now and open, and it would get me enough to open another pack or whatever, right? Or there's ones where like they make so much fucking money that like it's just worth to actually keep them compared to selling them, right? And you like eventually get up into like higher level packs and stuff, and like freshwater and seawater, and it's like a pretty basic one. Like it doesn't have like, or I don't know, I haven't really gotten super far in it, but I don't think there's like the like ascending or prestiging that like a lot of those type of games have. And then I used to have a third one in rotation, but I've since dropped it because I kind of beat it. Called Revolution Idol, where it's literally just like a red line that like goes in a circle, and then once it like completes a revolution, you get points. And then as you level it up, it like, you know, goes faster and faster until it's just like a fucking solid circle. And then like you unlock like extra like bigger circles around that are like a different color, and it's like the whole rainbow and shit. And that one had a ton of like layers of prestiging and ascending and all this other shit. I don't know, it's just like chill. Like I do that, and then so like what I would have is I'd literally have like here, let me do it right on the, so like up here, top left, farmers, right? Over here, top right, Revolution Idol, down here, Chill Aquarium, right? And then down here, my Japanese flashcards. So what I do is I study, like, you know, until like I hit a wall on a card, and then maybe I might like go like click a bunch on the games, back to the flashcards, and then the ones that I got wrong, it's been like, you know, 5 minutes or something, I'm like able to remember it, and then it actually like helps build like so through those games I've been like getting better at Japanese while also not just like sitting there like that's what it is, right? Because it's like if you get it wrong and then like 30 seconds later get it right, did you really learn it, right? Like
right.
And like obviously to a certain, like the first time you're doing it, that's like a okay example, but like if it's something where I'm continuously not remembering it because of that, then it's like, okay, I need to build like a longer term memory of it in order to actually then fully remember it.
You trick your brain into remembering it.
Yeah. So that's my other guilty pleasure.
Speaking of Japanese, when I was watching, this is gonna date the episode, but when I was watching the direct this morning, they revealed the new Hyrule Warriors, and I was like, I can't wait until we play this and someone tells me I'm just mad because I can't have sex with a girl like Zelda. And then they revealed like winter 2025, and I was like, oh man, I don't think it's gonna come out before Jason goes to Japan. And I think people in the chat are skeptical that you're actually going to Japan.
It's just like been like a lie the whole time, or like
Sean's, I'll call it Sean, said, I feel like Jason's moved to Japan 3 or 4 times now. And I was like, man, okay. And then some people
I guess
were like,
I've been on a green screen. Like I could have already been there this whole time. No one would know.
Some people were just like, hey, how's that going? But I was so distracted by the direct, I didn't like say anything. But I think people might be skeptical that you're going to Japan.
I just need to get on stream, you know.
Yeah.
It's just because like people are like, oh, I haven't seen Jay on stream in so long. Like, surely he's in Japan by now.
No, you're not.
No,
not
we're
yet.
Still grinding. We're still grinding.
And according to Sean's, maybe you never will.
No. We'll see.
Who knows?
We'll see.
Anyway.
And then I'll come back and I'll comment on this video in 3 years and be like, I'll still be in Japan. I'll be like, I guess I can see why Sean's thought I wasn't in Japan, but I've actually been in Japan for 3 years now.
Yeah, do that.
And then he's going to be like, fuck.
Yeah, he's going to be like, oh, I can't believe I fucked that up. I can't believe I said the first episode was cringe. He did say the first episode of this podcast was great, not cringe. And I brought a tear to my eye.
That's how you know we're cooked.
Yeah.
It's over.
It's a bad
We've
podcast
changed.
because you liked it.
We've changed.
Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. If you want to answer a question of the week, like or ask a question like Frank did, you can go into Discord in the question of the week section of ARP and do that. We have some other ones in there that we're going to answer, but, you know, if you do a better one than the ones that are there, we'll pick yours first. You know, we like the good questions, you know, not the shit ones, egg. But if you want to email us, you can email us at ansemreportpodcast@gmail.com. I'm on Twitter at SpikeGhetti Bros. Our YouTube channel, you might be watching this on YouTube or on Spotify or whatever, but links in the description. Please drop a follow, subscription, whatever it might be on wherever you're listening. And also, if you can give us a 5-star rating, if that's applicable to where you're listening, we really appreciate that because that helps the algorithm of people finding us. And people will like see our podcast and go, yo, 1 million 5-star reviews? This podcast must be legit. And then we'll have 1,000,001.
True.
So that's the idea. So I appreciate that kind of interaction.
Will you be the 1 millionth?
Yeah, who will be the 1 millionth 5-star?
I was in the first 1 million.
Yeah, that's me. I got a founder's badge. Anyway.
It's such a long founder's badge. It's 1 million.
Yeah. It just says 1M.
Because they couldn't possibly put 1M. They couldn't. They couldn't do that.
Good. It's like the when you're playing Balatro and it like gets into like the formulas.
Oh, yeah, like scientific notation.
The scientific notation, yeah. Anyway, thank you guys again for listening and watching. You still have time to vote for what game I'm going to play, and that was from 2024.
Yep,
I don't know who's winning because we're in the past right now, but next week we will reveal who won, and then I will start playing that game and give you guys kind of a layout of my journey through it. So I hope you will please look forward to that.
We'll watch the Minecraft movie.
Why would you? Why would you say that? I'm so tired.
If he doesn't play it, we'll watch the Minecraft movie, and it will be cinema.
I'm breaking blocks and shit.
Cause I'm in fucking Minecraft. I saw this interview. I know you're trying to edit an episode, but I saw this interview where people were like, "What other video games have you been playing?" He's like, "I've been playing this little game called Balatro." Like how he says it is so funny.
Balatro.
It's so funny, bro.
Dude. Okay.
I don't care. I love Jack Black, dude. I don't care what people say, dude.
I know I'm trying to end the episode, but if you say Balatro, jump off a bridge. Just jump off a fucking Balatro. Jump
in Minecraft, guys. In Minecraft, jump off a bridge.
The biggest suspension bridge near you. You could find fucking skateboard, bike, whatever your ass up it till you get to the tippy top and jump. If you say Balatro in Minecraft, by the way. You're looking up
I'm finding the clip. Yeah.
Oh, Jack Black saying it.
He's like Balatro.
Like he says it with like a tongue roll?
Kind of. Here, I'll send it to you.
He's like, this is Spanish, right?
So I've been playing this torturous game. That says Japanese word of the day, Jay. What the hell? I didn't copy.
Jason just copied Japanese word of the day and sent it to me. You can see it on the screen. It just says Japanese word of the day.
Caught.
Aside from Minecraft, what are you playing at the moment? What's on your gaming backlog?
Oh my god, I've been playing this torturous game on my iPhone called Balatro, the card game.
Balatro, big fans here as well.
Oh god.
What's your high score? Do you know off the top of your head?
I think I got like almost 300,000.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, I've only unlocked the first deck. I'm working on getting the blue deck. Like I got the red deck, but I haven't got the blue deck.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of decks going on.
It just makes me mad that so much of it seems to be luck. No matter how good you are at it, it's like you got to get those decks. You got to get not those decks. You got to get those certain unlockable cards and things. Maybe you could give me some tips.
Absolutely. We'll send those right over. Jack, enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
Oh, he sucks. Okay.
Yeah, no, he's really bad. He like only has the first deck and stuff. Like, he just started playing it. Like,
but Balatro.
Honestly, probably higher than Jip's ever gotten.
Also, was that interviewer Scottish? She sounded Scottish to me.
It's Xbox On apparently.
That I don't know. I feel like Xbox is green. Scottish people like green. It makes sense.
And she does kind of like some type of like Scottish or
Gaelic, maybe.
Like, some type of Irish accent. I don't know.
I pegged it as Scottish, but it might not be Scottish.
Do you know?
Balatro? Balatro? Yeah, if you say Balatro.
Shout out Balatro, dude.
If you say Balatro, dude, I can't.
Yeah, Balatro, we're not friends.
If you say Balatro, find the busiest fucking intersection near you and just walk out into the middle of it in Minecraft.
In Frogger.
In Crossy Road, do that, please. If you
I always
say
sucked at that game, dude.
If you say Balatro, download Evany and pick the -2 to walk through every time.
I hope you walk through the -1 gate when you only have one person.
Yeah, exactly. I hope you walk through the -45,000 BC and all your fucking soldiers turn to babies. They're throwing fucking rocks. If you say Balatro.
The only one that I'll take that's not just actually Balatro is when people be like, Balatro.
Okay, I like that. I'm in on that. If you say Balatro, I hope that you play the game where you pull the little golden rods out to release the lava in the water, and you do it in the wrong direction, and you burn the king alive.
Yep. Yeah. And the gold and the hot girl.
I hope your girl gets stolen. I hope your girl gets stolen by the level 100 mob boss. Okay?
Yeah, and then as you make it there, you fight your way there. Even though you're level 500 and he's only 100, he fucking cheats, and now you're level 1 again.
Yeah. I hope that happens to you if you say Balatro. All right?
I hope you go to grab the ×4 sword, and there was a fucking trap. They booby-trapped the shit, and now you're level 1.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. This guy gets it. Anyway, we were supposed to end the episode, but...
Shout out Jack Black.
Shout out to Jack Black.
And all the Minecraft fucking brain rot.
I mean, is that movie out yet?
Flint and Steel.
Should we see them?
Have you seen the trailer for it?
I saw.
He literally just goes around and like mansplains Minecraft. Basically.
I saw the original trailer. I don't know if I've seen like a current trailer. I saw the trailer with.
I kind of want to see it just like.
Well, what I was gonna ask Jay is, should we go see this and then talk about it on the pod?
I think that would be funny.
I think it's adjacent to what we do. You know what I mean? Like it's a video game movie. It's supposedly not as bad as Borderlands.
Yeah, I can't imagine it's worse than Borderlands. There's no way.
Another Jack Black picture.
Yeah, but he's not the main character. You know, he's just Claptrap, you know.
I read that he wasn't supposed to be originally Steve in the movie. He was just supposed to be a pig. And then they pivoted and made him Steve.
I'm Steve.
Yeah. And I also read that he was like addicted to Minecraft during the filming of it. Like he was playing Minecraft
it's
in all
so
hours
good, dude.
in his trailer.
It's so good.
Which it's like, that's totally me, dude.
It's so good.
Anytime I play Minecraft, it's all I do.
Yeah.
That's the real bender I go on.
Honestly, yeah, that is the real, like, I always come back to it. Fucking Thanos, I couldn't fucking live with my own fucking choices. Where did it bring me?
Back to the mines.
Back they're calling me. The mines are calling me. Specifically Pixelmon.
So if you say Balatro, I want you to go up in a hot air balloon and fucking put it up as high as you can fucking put it, and then jump out with no parachute in Minecraft.
And I hope you go up in that same hot air balloon with the love of your life, get down on one knee, propose, and then she says no. And now you just gotta ride back? You got two choices.
Okay, but
you got two
on.
choices.
Hold on, it's a little
There's
more
no
clever
parachutes
than that.
either.
I hope what happens to you is a little more clever than that. That there's a guy up there running the hot air balloon, and then like he acts like it's broken and jumps out with a parachute. So then like the girl you're gonna propose to is like freaking the fuck out, and then like you're pretending you're freaking the fuck out. But then you like go, wait, I think I can fix this. And she's
wait.
She's like, you can't fucking fix this. You don't know how to run a hot air balloon. And you reach up and you go, oh, what's this? And that's when you pull out the diamond ring and get on one knee and propose.
Cinema.
And then she
says no. Yeah. And now you have two choices.
And you know what the
there's no parachute.
You're either jumping
and you're not Jack Black in the Minecraft movie, and you don't have a water bucket.
You're either jumping out or you're throwing her out. Those are the two choices.
Okay, I guess that wasn't the two choices I thought of. But I was thinking, like, you know, just sit there, like, really, really sad, like it's like a fucking I think you should leave skit, you know?
Okay.
And like she's like trying to comfort him, you know? No.
I did all this work with the hot air balloon, and you don't want to marry me.
I tipped him like a lot of money to do that.
All right, we need to fucking end this, dude. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you.
Flint and steel.
Better natural.
Chicken jockey.